الصلاة والسلام على سيدنا رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. نوين من شيخنا ومعلمه الله عز وجل من صالح نيات. في تأملات لرسالة الإمام الحداد عقيدة الإسلام وصلنا إلى الكلام في الإلهيات. لازلنا نتكلم، الشيخ يتكلم عن المعاني في الإلهيات.
After saying praise upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and then salutations upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we say that we continue reading this book of Imam al-Haddad, Aqeedah al-Islam, and we are still in the section which talks about those things pertaining to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
وذلك أن علماء التوحيد كما علمتم يقسمون الكلام في علم التوحيد على 3 مباحث: الإلهيات والنبويات والسمعيات.
And that is because, as you know, that the ulama of the Tawheed in their writings, they usually split the books into 3 parts. The first part relating to that which is we have to believe about Allah. And the second part, that which we have to believe about the prophets. And then the third part about the unseen things.
قال الشيخ رحمه الله: بديع السماوات والأرض وإذا قضى أمرا فإنما يقول له كن فيكون.
He says, He is the originator of the heavens and earth. When He decrees a thing, He only says to it be, and it is.
أي أحدث السماوات والأرض وفطرها وأنشأها على غير مثال سابق بقدرته وإرادته سبحانه تبارك وتعالى.
What does this mean? It means He originated the heavens and the earth without any prior precedence, i.e. anything like it being existent before, by His will and His power.
فهو الذي خلقها وهو الذي لا زال يدبر أمرها ويدير شأنها سبحانه تبارك وتعالى.
So He is the one who created it, and He is the one who even now continuously organizes its affairs سبحانه وتعالى.
وأخبرنا هذا الخالق جل في علاه أن يوما من الأيام سوف تنتهي هذه الأرض وتنتهي كل التوابع لها.
And this Creator subhanahu wa ta'ala has informed us that there will come a day when this entire universe and everything that follows it will come to an end.
وأن الجميع سيكونون يعيشون في العالم العلوي بعد ذلك.
And that everybody will live after that in a higher realm.
وأن هذه أما نراها من الشمس والقمر والنجوم كلها ستتلاشى وستنتهي، لها مدة قدرها المولى عز وجل وكلها ستنتهي.
And that everything that we see in this universe, the sun, the moon, the stars, that He has told us that all of these things will come to an end and they will all perish.
اليوم الذين يرون أنفسهم أنهم مفكرون أو أنهم يدققون ويراجعون شؤون هذا الأكوان، هم يتعجبون من أين بدأت وكيف بدأت وما هذا النظام الذي بدأت عليه، ويعرفون كذلك أنها ستنتهي.
Today, even those people that consider themselves to be thinkers or scientists or the like, they themselves are in awe of how this universe came to existence, how did it come to existence, how did it begin. But they all know that there will come a time where all of this has to end.
غايتهم أنهم يوقفون عقولهم أو أفكارهم أو أنظارهم في مواطن ويسكتون، يعني لا يدرون ما سيأتي بعدها، فهم إلى الإلحاد اللا أدري أقرب والعياذ بالله.
But the thing is that there are certain issues upon which they stop. They do not want to continue. They don't want to say what will happen and the like. And then these types of people are closer to atheism and disbelief.
أما نحن المسلمون فنزيد عليهم في المعرفة بإيماننا أن هناك يوما آخر هم لم يؤمنوا به بعد.
As for us as believers, we have more knowledge than them because we know what will happen afterwards. We know that there is a day of reckoning in which they do not believe.
فنحن نعرف أن هناك يوما آخر وأن هناك الدار الآخرة لها مميزاتها وخصائصها، ونعلم عنها علما واسعا مما أخبرنا به ربنا عز وجل في كتابه أو أخبرتنا به سنة النبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
So we believe that there is a final day and that there is an abode of the hereafter, and we know about its attributes and what will take place according to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us in the Quran and what has come to us in the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
ونعلم يقينا أنها لها معايير وموازين غير الموازين حياة، كما أن لما كنا في أرحام أمهاتنا كنا بمعايير أخرى ليست معايير الدنيا، فنحن بعد ذلك سنكون في الدنيا بمعايير وسنكون في الآخرة بمعايير أخرى.
And we also know that in that hereafter we will be living by different standards and different measurements. There will be different considerations, or the way in which we live will be different. Just as we were in the wombs of our mothers, we were living according to a different life. So in the hereafter we will live a life which is different to the life which we live now.
والذي خلق المعايير في الأعمار هذه والحالات الأطوار التي يتنقل بها الإنسان، الذي خلق المعايير وقدرها ورتبها هو الله عز وجل، وهو الذي سيرتب معايير الدار الآخرة.
And so the one who has caused those measurements, those physical laws to be existent today, the one who has designed our life in this life, he's the one who designs our life in the hereafter, and design the physical laws by which we will live in the hereafter.
بعضهم استشكل عند بعض العلماء قضية اللانهائية، كيف نحن سنكون في الجنة أبد الآبدين.
So someone once asked one of the ulama, and he had an issue with the idea that we will live forever, I will live eternally. He said, how can we live eternally?
فقال له هذا العالم تريد تصوير قريب؟ قال له نعم.
So this alim said to him, then do you want me to sort of give you an estimation? He said yes.
قال له تصور أن هناك كومة عظيمة من البر.
He said imagine that there's a massive bundle of wheat.
سعة هذه الجبال التي تراها.
He said the size of these mountains that you see.
قال بسيط تصورتها إلى.
He said simple, I've imagined it.
قال تصور أن هناك طائر.
He said imagine that there's a bird.
قال له تصورت الطائر.
He said خلاص I've imagined the bird.
قال له تعرف الرقم ألف يعني مليون؟
He said do you know the number million?
قال له نعم أعرف المليون.
He said I know a million.
تصور قال أن هذا الطائر في كل مليون سنة يأخذ حبة من هذه الأكوام.
He said imagine that every million years this bird takes a single grain of wheat.
قال له تصورت ذلك.
He says I imagine that.
قال متى سينهي هذه الأكوام؟
He said when will this bird finish all this grain?
قالوا لا هذا لا نهاية له. كيف يعني يأخذ حبة في كل مليون سنة؟ يعني ما تنتهي هذه الأمور.
So he said do you know when this will end? And he said no, how can this end? It's a very long time. It's almost eternal. It will never end.
قالوا سينهي الطائر هذه الأكوام وأهل الجنة لا يزال في جنته.
He said, so the alim responded to him, he said that this bird will finish all this wheat, all the grains of wheat, but the people of Jannah will still remain in Jannah.
فهي حياة أخرى يرتب تراتيبها ومعاييرها الحج الذي.
So this is a completely different way of life, and this is the life that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will create for us.
فإذا قضى أمرا فإنما يقول له كن فيكون.
And so when he decrees a thing, he only says it to be, and it is.
فإنه ما شاء الله كان وما لم يشاء لم يكن.
And verily, whatever he wills is or becomes, and what he does not will does not become.
قيل لبعض الأولياء لما رأوه صاحب سكون وهدوء ما يتحرك للحوادث ولا للمصائب، ساكن هادئ في طمأنينة دائمة.
So one of the awliya who was always known to be calm and tranquil in his affairs in all his states, he was asked one time,
فقلت ما سبب هذه السكون والطمأنينة الموجودة عندك؟
He was asked, what is the reason for this calmness and tranquility that we see you in?
قال لأنه سكن باطني على ما شاء الله كان وما لم يشاء لم يكن.
He says, because my heart is tranquil with the fact that Allah wills, or that which Allah wills happens, and that which He does not will does not happen.
فكل شيء في هذا الوجود وجد فهو بإرادة الله وتحت قدرته ومشيئته.
And so anything in this existence which has happened or which exists happens and exists because of the will and power of Allah.
وكل شيء لم يوجد فهو تحت إرادة الله عز وجل وقدرته.
And anything that does not come in, that has not come into existence, this is also under because of the will and power of Allah.
فيكون الإنسان قريبا من الله عز وجل يكون له كل خير.
And so someone who is close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that he has all goodness.
ولا يعجز الله عز وجل شيء.
And that nothing can make Allah enable.
وهذا أعظم التميز اليوم بين المسلم والكافر.
And this is the greatest distinguishment today between a Muslim and a disbeliever.
المسلم لما أنه يثق بالله ويعرف قدرة الله عز وجل مغروسة هذه المعاني في قلبه.
The believer or the Muslim who knows the status of Allah and the power and belief of Allah is firmly rooted in his heart.
فهو لا يستسلم أمام شيء من هذه المظاهر.
So he does not. The believer then who has this does not surrender and give in to the material causes. لعلمه وانغراس المعنى في قلبه أن الله على كل شيء قدير. Because of his knowledge and because of the firm rootedness of the knowledge that Allah is powerful over all things.
ممكن أن يتغير الأمر من حال إلى حال في لحظة واحدة.
The thing that he is in can change from one state to another in a moment.
ووقائع الأحوال المتكررة في البلدان والأعصار كذلك، يعني الأوقات واضحة شاهدة بذلك.
And that daily occurrences and things that happen in places and in times are witness to this thing.
ذلك لتعلموا أن الله على كل شيء قدير.
That is so that you know that Allah is powerful over all things.
وأن الله قد أحاط بكل شيء علم.
And that Allah's knowledge has encompassed all things.
هذا التميز عند المؤمن جعله ينظر أن نسمع أن مسلما انتحر.
And this is this distinction which characterizes the believer is what makes it rare for you to hear that a Muslim has committed suicide.
أما عن الكفار فسأل الدول الإسكندنافية عن الانتحار فيها.
As for the disbelievers, then ask the Scandinavian countries about the levels of suicide.
وسل اليابان التي تعد اليوم في مقدمة الدول التي تحسن التقنيات، اسألهم عن سر أنهم يفقدون في كل سنة أكثر من 30,000 ياباني منتحرا.
Ask Japan, which is considered to be amongst the most developed countries in terms of technology. Ask them about the 30,000 people, Japanese, that commit suicide every year.
وسأل عننا في الدول الإسلامية التي هي بلاد الحروب وبلاد الانتحارات وبلاد التقاتل، سأل في أحد قتل نفسه؟ لا.
He said, but then come and ask the Islamic countries which are afflicted with wars, with constant wars. Has anyone do people kill themselves? No.
هذا تميز المسلم.
This is the distinction of a Muslim.
لأنه يعرف أن الله على كل شيء قدير.
Because he knows that Allah is powerful over all things.
وأن الأمر بيد الله، إذا أراد شيئا أنما يقول له كن فيكون.
And because the affair is in Allah's hand, that if He wants something to happen, He says to it be, and it is.
وكلما كان الإنسان واثقا بالله عز وجل كانت أموره مرتبة ترتيبا عجيبا.
And the more a person is trustworthy in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that his affairs will become well prepared.
من باب الذكر والتذكير.
I'd like to just mention now as way of reminder.
وضرب الأمثال بالقريب.
And to give an example of something which is close to all of us.
لا من باب تعظيم الأفراد والأشخاص فإني لا أحب ذلك.
I'm not doing this in order to revere a particular individual because I do not like this.
كنت يوما من الأيام مدعوا في بيت الحبيب مشهور.
One time I was invited to the house of Habib Mashhur.
الحبيب مشهور دعا أعيان البلدة وعلماء البلدة. هناك ضيف حل من أهل العلم والفضل من مدينة عربية جاء إلى هنا فدعاهم إلى عنده إلى الغداء.
Habib Mashhur had invited a whole host of ulama and notable people in the city because they had come from another Arab country or an Arab city, a famous alim.
الضيف نزل بدار المصطفى.
A famous guest had come. So the guest had come and he was staying in Dar Mustafa.
والحبيب عمر انشغل ببعض التراتيب الدعوية وأمور عبادته فتأخر عن أن يأتي بالضيف مبكر.
And so Habib Umar had been preoccupied. He was either doing some ibadah or he was preoccupied with something. So he didn't come early in order to receive this guest.
فمر الحبيب عمر بالضيف إلى عند الأماكن المرتبة زيارتها فتأخر على الحبيب مشهور وعلى العلماء كثير.
And so by the time that Habib Umar had taken this guest and was showing this guest around, by the time they got to Habib Mashhur and all the ulama that were waiting there, they had got there quite late.
حتى بدأ الحبيب مشهور يعتب كثير.
So Habib Mashhur started saying he would start getting he wasn't too pleased about it.
فأنا خفت أنه يعني يعاتب على الحبيب عمر عند العلماء.
So he said, Sheikh Umar said, I feared that he would reproach Habib Umar in front of all the ulama.
لأنه طبعا الحبيب عمر يعتبر أخاه الصغير، وكذلك هو الحبيب مشهور والد الحبيب عمر من الرضاعة.
And this is normal because Habib Umar, of course, is the younger brother of Habib Mashhur, and also Habib Mashhur is Habib Umar's father by breast milk.
ورأيت الحبيب مشهور يتغير تغيرا كثيرا لأنه معترض من الناس الذين عنده.
And I saw that Habib Mashhur was really getting upset because he was embarrassed by all these people that he invited.
فقلت في باطني لابد أن يجعل الله للحبيب عمر فرجا ومخرجا.
So I said to myself that Allah has to give Habib Umar some kind of escape from this.
لكن كيف سيكون الله أعلم.
But how will that happen? Allah knows best.
هنا سكن باطني.
There my heart became calm.
ففعلا لما جاء الحبيب عمر وهو في بداية الدخول والحبيب مشهور فوق عاد ما يرى بعضهم بعضا، إنما يتكلمون عبر الدرج هذا.
And then, but as soon as Habib Umar entered the house and he was downstairs, Habib Mashhur was upstairs.
فالحبيب مشهور بدأ يتكلم يعاتب ويرفع صوته.
So they hadn't even seen each other. Habib Umar was downstairs, Habib Mashhur started shouting at him, started telling him off.
فالضيف بنفسه تقدم وقال يا حبيب نحن تأخرنا نتعمد. يعني تأخرنا متعمدين.
So the guest who was with Habib, he himself said, he said to Habib Mashhur, we came late deliberately.
لأننا نعلم أن طعام الصالحين وأهل البيت بركة.
Because we know that the food of the righteous and of the Ahlul Bayt is a blessing.
فتأخرنا حتى نجوع ونأكل كثيرا.
So we deliberately came late so that we'd feel hungry and we'd eat a lot.
فضحك الحبيب مشهور وضحك الناس.
And so Habib Mashhur laughed and everyone laughed.
خلاص وما قالوا شيء على الحبيب عمر.
And so he didn't end up saying anything to Habib Umar.
وسبحان الله يوما آخر كنا نمشي في دار المصطفى.
Another time we were walking in Dar Mustafa.
ربما البعض منكم يعرف الساحة الشرقية يعرفها التي فيها جلسة الاثنين.
Some of you may know the courtyard in which Joseph Ithnain takes place.
كانت هذه هي تابعة للأرض للمدرسة التي بجنبنا الثانوية.
So this courtyard or that land in which the courtyard is now used to be part of the high school which is next to Dar Mustafa.
فكنت بنفسي الحبيب عمر يشرف من دار المصطفى إلى هذه الساحة وبنفسي قلت له يا حبيب هذه الساحة لا تصلح إلا لدار المصطفى.
So one time we were walking Dar Mustafa and I said to Habib Umar, Sheikh Umar said, I told Habib Umar that this particular plot of land should really be part of Dar Mustafa.
فقال لي ستكون لدار المصطفى إن شاء الله.
So Habib Umar said to me that inshallah it will be part of Dar Mustafa.
فطبعا لما شعر بعض الذين هم يتولون أمر المدرسة وهم لا يحبون دار المصطفى بأن دار المصطفى ربما يأخذ الساحة فمباشرة عملوا لها سورا بينهم وبين دار المصطفى.
And so there were some people who were responsible for the high school, for the secondary school, and they for some reason did not want to. They didn't like Dar Mustafa, so in order to create a barrier between Dar Mustafa and a plot of land, they put up a wall.
وأنا أذكر كنت كانوا لما يضعون الأحجار الأساس كأنهم يضعونها على قلبي كأنهم يضعونها علي. كنت أتعب كثيرا لأني سمعت أن الحبيب يقول هذه ستكون تابعة لنا. كيف الآن خلاص وضعوا أساس.
And so when they were building the wall, and I remember that when they were building the wall and they were laying the foundations of the wall, it was as if they were putting those foundations on my heart, because I had heard from my own ears that Habib Umar said that this courtyard would be part of Dar Mustafa. And how is this happening now? I heard the glad tidings, and now it's almost like they were putting those rocks on my heart.
وكيف والحبيب عمر أخبرني بأنها ستكون لدار مصطفى كيف هذا الكلام؟
And Habib Umar had told me himself that it would be part of Dar Mustafa. Now they're actually doing something which goes against what he had told me.
وكنت يوم عند الحبيب عمر بالصدفة.
And so one time I happened to be with Habib Umar.
فدخل أحد المرتبين في الدار وأخبره بهذا بأنهم أتموا الساس وعملوا جدار فاصل بينهم وبين دار المصطفى.
And so at that time that I happened to be with Habib Umar, one of the admin in Dar Mustafa, they came to Habib Umar and told him, informed it that they had finished building that wall.
وهذا يعني أنها خلاص لن تكون لدار المصطفى.
And obviously this meant that this wouldn't, that it was the affair was over, that it would not be a part of Dar Mustafa.
وسبحان الله الحبيب عمر توجه إلي ونظر إلي وقال ليس كل من وضع جدارا يملك ساحته.
And so Habib Umar, he turned to me and said to me that not everyone who builds a wall is in ownership of that particular area.
فكنت تيقنت أنه ستكون لدار المصطفى لكن كيف؟
So I became certain then that it will be that it will come to belong to Dar al-Mustafa, but still I was wondering how this happened.
سبحان الله مرت الأيام وترتبت الأمور وإذا بها الآن ساحة تأخذ أكثر فعاليات دار المصطفى.
So the days passed, subhanallah, and look today, it is the courtyard in which most of the events and occasions of Dar al-Mustafa take place within it.
فالله عز وجل على كل شيء قدير.
Allah is powerful over all things.
مهما صعبت الأمور
It doesn't matter how difficult things might get,
مهما قامت الحواجز
or how many barriers might come in front of you.
مهما استشكلت الأشياء
It doesn't matter how difficult things may appear.
مهما اختلطت اختلاطا لا تقدر على التمييز فيها.
It doesn't matter how mixed things will get to the extent that you're not able to distinguish between things.
إذا جاء وقت ترتيب الحق عز وجل ستجد الأمور كيف تتهيأ.
If the time of the planning of Allah comes, then you will see how things will just fall into place.
وستجدها تخرج الأمور من بعضها البعض المتشابه مثل الشعرة من العجين.
And that you will see that the things which appear to be completely mixed together, when the right time for it comes, they will separate just as you are able to separate a hair from dough.
شؤون أهل الإسلام يعني قديما وحديثا تمضي على هذه المعاني بمعاني ثقة بالله عز وجل.
And the affairs of the people of Islam, that throughout history, they move in this manner because of their complete trust in Allah.
ومن هنا قال الإمام الحداد الله خالق كل شيء وهو على كل شيء وكيل.
And this is why Imam al-Haddad continues in saying Allah is creator of all things and He is guardian over everything.
فهو الخالق الموجد الفاطر لكل شيء.
So He is the originator and the creator of all things.
وهذا الأمر الذي تفرد به الحق عز وجل تفردا مطلقا.
And this is the thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is completely alone in doing.
فنقل من العدم إلى الوجدان لم يفعله إلا الله عز وجل.
And so taking something from non-existence into existence, no one except Allah is able to do this.
ما ترون اليوم من أشياء عجيبة حدثت في الكون وتقنيات واختراعات وآلات يسرت للناس كثير من النفع.
And the things that we see today in terms of inventions and technological advancements, things that people have done and they have caused have been causes of great ease for humanity.
لا يوجد منها ولا واحد نقل شيئا من حيز العدم إلى حيز الوجود. بلا ما شيء.
But we see that not a single one of those things actually came into existence after being in a state of non-existence.
إنما هي عبارة عن ترتيب هذا مع هذا وهذا مع هذا فينتج هذا.
Rather, these things are a matter of bringing different things together and then creating and producing a new thing.
أما نقل من العدم المحض إلى الوجدان هذا لا يملكه إلا الله عز وجل.
As for creating something completely out of non-existence, then only Allah is able to do this.
الله خالق كل شيء.
Allah is the creator of all things.
فخلق جميع الأشياء.
And so He created absolutely everything.
وأوجد جميع المخلوقات.
He originated all the creation.
وهو الذي يتصرف فيها.
And He is the one who deals with it.
ويدير أمرها.
And He is the one who organizes it.
ويدبر شأنها عز وجل.
And He is the one who organizes it today.
ما خرجت عن قبضته طرفة عين.
That none of these things, none of creation is out of His fistful for a single moment.
فهو على كل شيء قدير.
And so He is powerful of all things.
وهو المتوكل بها كاملا.
And He is the one who's taken, he's guardian over all these things.
حتى شؤون الكفار، حتى شؤون الكفار.
Even the affairs of the disbelievers.
دقائقهم وأحوالهم كلها يديرها الحق عز وجل.
All the minuscule affairs, it is Allah that organizes the affairs.
طيب ولماذا تدار على غير ما يريد في بعض مظاهرها؟
So then why is it then, we may ask, that in some of their affairs then, does it go against what he wants?
هي ليست على غير ما يريد، هو يريد هكذا سبحانه وتعالى.
In fact, they does not go against what he wants. He does want this.
لكن على غير ما يحب.
But it is against what he likes.
في بعض شؤونها.
In some of their affairs.
هذا لأنه عز وجل هو الذي يريد أن تكون الشؤون تجري بسر من الكسب والاختيار عند الإنسان.
This is because he subhanahu wa ta'ala wants things to move according to the choice and acquisition of the human being.
الكل تحت إرادته وقدرته.
Everything is under his power.
ولكنه جعل للإنسان اختيارا وكسبا.
But he has given a human being choice and acquisition.
وهو ربما يختار ما يحب المولى وربما يختار ما لا يحب المولى والعياذ بالله.
So the human may choose that which Allah likes, or he may choose that which Allah dislikes.
ربما يختار ما يرضي الخالق وربما يختار ما يسخط الخالق.
And then he may choose that which pleases the Creator, and he may choose that which displeases the Creator.
ولماذا فعل هذا؟
And why did God do this?
لأنه رتب جنة ونار.
Because he has created heaven and hell.
لأنه رتب نعيما وعذاب.
Because he has created bounty and punishment.
رتب سعادة وشقاوة.
He has made felicity and wretchedness.
سر الاختيار سيؤول بالإنسان إلى السعادة أو الشقاوة والعياذ.
The secret of choice is that it is the thing which leads to either felicity or wretchedness.
والإنسان هو أعظم مقصود في الخلق.
And the human being is the greatest objective in creation.
فعليه تترتب الأمور.
And it is upon human beings which the affairs are founded.
وإليه تعود منافع الأمور.
And the benefit of things are returned to the human.
حتى ما في السماوات وما في الأرض هي مسخرة لأجل الإنسان. إذن فالإنسان هذا هو النوع المنظور إليه في هذا الوجود.
And so even the heavens and the earth, all of these things are created for the benefit of the human being. So the human being is the pivot or the orbit of creation.
ولذلك كرمه الله على الإطلاق.
And this is why Allah has ennobled the human being universally.
وجعل من جنسه الأنبياء والأصفياء والرسل المحبوبون عند الله، جعلهم من جنس الإنسان.
And that's why Allah has made the messengers, the prophets, and the elect of His creation from amongst human beings.
ما جعل من الديناصورات ولا فيه رسل.
He did not make them from the dinosaurs, nor the prophets from the dinosaurs.
ولا من الحيتان الكبيرة، لا جعلها من الإنسان.
Nor from the biggest whales. No, He made them from human beings.
نسأل الله عز وجل أن يرزقنا حسن الاتباع وحسن الانتفاع.
And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He gives us a good following and a good benefit.
الفاتحة. أن الله يكرمنا وإياكم بالعلم النافع والعمل الخالص المقبول والدعاء إلى الهدى والدلالة على الخير. يونسون بذلك قلب نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم إلى روح شريفنا ومعلمنا وذو الحقوق علينا وإلى حضرة الجمهور.